Soccer and the San Jose Earthquakes are such an important part of the Portuguese community here because there is such a large Portuguese population here in the Bay Area, and that population left a place where soccer was such a prominent piece of their everyday life and their culture. And so to be able to come here halfway across the world and still have the sport that you grew up loving and participating in taking place right here in your backyard is huge. When you think of Portuguese soccer and the San Jose Earthquakes, you really go all the way back to Antonio Simões, who was the first Portuguese player to ever play here for the San Jose Earthquakes. He starred for the Portuguese national team in the 1966 World Cup. 5 or 6 years later, he came to play in the new NASL league here. And for Portuguese immigrants who are now living in the Bay Area at that point, it was their opportunity to go to the stadium and see a face they knew and someone who was somewhat of a soccer hero back home. So the Portuguese fans always loved to go to the soccer stadium, hang out, chat about the old days, and then there was this familiar face that they could vibe with and cheer for right now in their own new home. So as far as the success of Portuguese Heritage Night with the San Jose Earthquakes, this is our 7th year now. We've had folklore groups from all over California. We've had marching bands from all over California. We've had specialized food and drink items brought to the stadium. We've tried to really make the experience as Portuguese as possible. Going to a pro sports game is fun for everybody, especially the kids. And so being able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone by going to the game and then also celebrating and learning more about your history and your culture, I think the community appreciates it and the Earthquakes obviously appreciate it, and it kind of makes for a great environment. Being Portuguese-American to me is somewhat of an honor. I am blessed to have been born in the United States, but my parents immigrated from somewhere else. For them to come here, of course I'm American, and I feel as American as you can feel, but there's a big piece of me that feels just as Portuguese, because if not for that country and those islands, I would never be here. And staying connected to your culture and your heritage is really important. And so we're blessed to have our parents and our grandparents who have taught us a lot of the ways of the history of our people, and it's interesting to kind of have both of those cultures kind of coexist.